Hey guys, today I'm going to be changing the shocks on my 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. We're going to change the front shocks and the rear shocks right after this. All right, I can't work in this, so I got to grab my coveralls and I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I want to show you guys the shocks I'm going to be using to replace these with, and also want to let you guys know, stay tuned until the very end where I will be giving away a set of free shocks for the fronts for our Freightliner Cascadia, and I'll show you the part numbers and all that. So let's take a look at these shocks. All right, today I'm going to be using the Monroe Magnum shock absorbers for the front and the back. Okay, these are the two front shocks, and I'll show you the part number on that. See that part number for the front. So we got on the rear shocks. I'll show you the part number for that. Okay, I like to get my parts from Parts Geek. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but they're really good, really fast, and I've had nothing but good success with Parts Geek. Okay, you're gonna need a 1 1/8 inch socket, and also a 1 1/8 inch wrench. You may also need a little hammer. You'll need some wire cutters and some anti-seize for the bolts. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, don't know if you guys can see or not. We'll get in here, but see that oil? Yeah, that's an indicator right there that your shock is going bad. So I can see some of the bushings down there look pretty shabby. So yeah, it's time. Came off pretty quickly, pretty easily. All right, I'm gonna get down there for the bottom ones. Here's the bottom. Okay, the shock is out. Grab the new one. Okay, I want to show you guys something real quick. Sometimes on YouTube videos, you see people doing instructional videos and they leave out details. Now, this is the kind of detail I'm talking about. Now, this is the old shock, and as you can see, it's pretty much this part, they're both even on the top and the bottom. Now, look at my replacement shock. On my replacement shock, you see there's a little more sticking out here on both sides, and on the bottom there's a little bit more sticking out right there. Now, what happens, is that going to make a difference? What happens if, like me, I'm looking at everyone's videos online and no one's really talking about that? Well, one guy, Francisco Ayala, thank you, Francisco, I saw in one of his videos, he replaced the front shocks as well, and though he didn't state it on his video, I noticed that the longer part, he installed it on the outside. So that's how we're going to do it. Just a tip, just in case you guys run into this when you're changing your shocks. All right, let's put this baby on. The top bolt already has anti-seize on it. It's lubed up really nice, beautiful. I'm just going to put the washer and nut on it just to keep it in place. Not going to tighten it down yet. Okay, now on the bottom one, as you can see down there, this has this strap on it to keep the shock compressed. I can tell right now that I'm going to have to cut that because the shock is going to need to extend, and I'm going to need to cut that and then have the have the bolt ready to go in so that when it starts to expand, I can get it in there pretty quick. We'll see how this goes. Could be a nightmare, we'll see. Okay, for the bottom bolt, as you can see, there's a little bit of rust on there. So I'm actually gonna put some anti-seize on there. And just to keep this, and on the threads, the top bolt was perfect. Whoever replaced the shocks the first time did a great job. Bottom part though, I'm gonna put some anti-seize on there, because I've heard of nightmares where people have to get a torch to get these off, and I don't want to go through all that. Okay, so here we go. Let's put this shock on. Oh, I missed it. There we go. It's not bad. Not as strong as I thought. So I was able to push it right up in there. I'll take this off. All right. All right. Excellent. Got that on there. So I've got my washer and my nut. So I'll go ahead and put this back on. Deal. Got that on. Now we'll move to the top. Click this off. All right, driver's side's done. We'll do the other side. I bought the 20 volt impact wrench. Man, this makes this job way easier. Boy out. And there we go. Okay, my first potential problem here. That's why you got to use anti-seize, because this bad boy does not want to come out of here. So I'm going to bang on it a little bit and see if we can get it out of there. Well, as you can see, it's not coming out of there. So that's why you got to use the anti-seize. So now I got to run to the store and get another bolt. Okay, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the rear ones. That I need a new bolt for that front one, but I'm going to go ahead and do the rear ones just in case I run into the same problem here. Then I can go ahead and get more bolts if I need some. So yeah, I'm going to jump onto those rears right now. All right, got that out. As you can see, it's a little rusted. Put some anti-seize on that so that that won't be a problem. some anti-seize on that as well. And the shock is out. All right, we'll put that, install that new one, and be on our way. All right, guys, we're jumping around a little bit. Sorry about that. My camera actually died when I was installing the other one over there. So I'm going to go ahead and film this one complete. I've already taken it off. Here is the new shock. Now always remember this bottom part right here. You see that little part that's sticking out a little longer than this one? This part goes on the inside. So that's always going to be the case for that, but always make sure, never forget, you don't want to install these upside down. Something else you want to remember is that you got two different size bolts here. The long one always goes on top. The short one goes on the bottom. As you can tell on these, they both need some anti-seize. So I'm going to go ahead and anti-seize those. You don't need to watch me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, put the bottom, remember, long piece inside. Set that in there like that. The short one. And the bolt goes on the inside. Okay, got that. I've got my washer and nut there. Okay, just gonna thread those on, not tight. And now we're just gonna twist this around and push it down. And we're gonna install this right in this way. Yeah, you are gonna get a little dirty on this, but that's all right, right? That's all right. It all washes off. Okay. Washer, nut. Put that on. I can go ahead and cut off this. Cut that off at this point. Bottom one as well. Toss that in the box. Good job. All right. And we'll just tighten these babies up. Yeah, on the bottom one, I couldn't get my impact on the nut because the nut's on the inside. So anyway, I just put my 1 1/8" half-inch socket on my half-inch ratchet, and we'll go ahead and tighten it up. Go ahead and tighten them. All right, so tight there. Pop there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. I'm just gonna do the same thing for these two. Run up to the store, grab that other replacement bolt for the front shock, and then I'll be done. All in all, this job would probably take me about an hour at the very most to do if I was just to straight do it. So yeah, I encourage you guys to work on your own truck. You know, I'm saving myself a couple $100, you know, which is fine. I don't mind doing this. And yeah, and you guys can do this stuff as well. I'm going to be giving away 2 free shock absorbers. For if you have a Freightliner Cascadia, it's a 2016, you would have to check the specs. But what ended up happening, I ordered 6, right? 4 for the back, 2 for the front, and Parts Geek sent me 2 extra shocks for the front. So you know, I thought about it. You know, they're like 67, you know, 70 bucks a piece. But you know what I want to do is to help a fellow trucker out. I know things are tough. Yes, I could have put them in the garage and kept them, but you know, I would rather help somebody else out. I got them for free, so I just want to pass it on. The only thing that it will cost you will be shipping. I'm going to save about $140. It may cost you 40 bucks to ship them or whatever, but here's what I'm going to do. The first person that responds and says, hey, I'll take them, you got them, and I'll get in contact with you. So anyway, hey, that's what's going on, guys. Again, just want to help out my fellow truckers. This is my journey. Again, I do a lot of the work on my truck myself, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. It has saved me so much money over the past 3.5 years of doing stuff myself. So in my next video, I'm going to show you guys how I change out my service lines. Hey, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks again, guys, for checking out my video today. Hope you guys have a good one. Scorpion Trucker, out.